This is the day that the Lord has made. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vanessa. How are you doing? I wasn't sure if I was going to go on later, but let's just do it now. Let's do this now. Got my water. Isn't it so pretty in pink? Who is there? I see somebody. Krista! I've had it for a few days, but I was like, I'm not going to use it until my Dollar Tree video post. I need my water to look nice and appetizing. How are you doing, Krista? So far, it is good. Hello, Abigail. It's been quiet, but good. Abigail couldn't wait to tell us a joke yesterday, but my phone went dead, and so my live went out. Oh no, Krista. I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, Abigail. Tell us your joke. Hopefully it's a good one. Yep, it will be okay, Krista. Why can't Noah go fishing? I'm not sure. Do you know the answer, Krista? I'm not looking it up. I'm not good with these kinds of jokes. Krista doesn't know either. Hello, everyone. I see many people here. Happy Friday. I was going to say something to the effect of 2, but I wasn't sure. Hello, Adam. Abigail, is your day going better as well? Yesterday, she wasn't doing good. Today, Chris is not doing good. I'm going to wait for a few of the regulars to join, because I do have something to say. You've been eating, but now I'm back because I've been puking. Oh, so you were just kind of sick. Okay, make sure you drink water, H2O. Even if you don't eat, just make sure you have water. Sometimes not eating is the best thing. It gives your body time to heal and get all the bad, eat away at all the bad stuff in your system. Krista says, I'm going to see my Mexican couple tomorrow. Oh, that is so fun. Yes, that's good. You have something to look forward to. Okay, yeah, you just got to start with soft foods. Like, I don't know if you like eggs. And then work your way back to more solid foods. See, I can't stop drinking because this is making me want to drink water. It's so cute. It's got a pink flamingo, like floaty thingy. Watermelon, beach ball, a starfish, a sailboat, ice cream, seashell, a beach bag, plants, sunglasses. It says beach, a swimsuit, the sun, hearts, stars. All right, Abigail, thanks for being here. Oh yeah, smoothie would be good too. Smoothies are always good. Bye, Abigail. Thanks for sharing your joke. Hope you feel better. Tony, I was going to text you that I'm on, and I'm like, oh, I'm recording from my phone. I no longer have the extra device because we're not using Wi-Fi for a few days. We're using cell phone data. 5 people, 5 likes. Okay, I'm just going to say it because Tony's here, Krista's here. I don't know who else is on here. There will no longer be any more stories about Mr. Furley. And that's all I'm going to say. Yeah. So, Krista, you had a little fallout with your friend. I had a fallout with my coworker. The omelet dog is also coming. Oh, wow. And you know what? I am so glad right before I left to work because I did not know. I never know what the day is going to bring. I was like, Lord, please provide, protect me, give me what I need for today. And I'm so glad that I did. Every now and then I forget to pray those, like that specific intentionality. And I'm so glad I did it this morning. I surely needed it. Timo says, God takes care of his people, Vanessa. He knows that guy is not a part of your upcoming season. And Krista says, I was wondering, is the name Furley because this guy has a fur like... I know, Krista. You probably have never watched it, but there used to be a show back in the day. It was called Three's Company. And there was about 3 roommates living in an apartment complex. And Mr. Furley, I believe, was the landlord, maintenance guy, whatever. So that's why I was calling my coworker Mr. Furley. I'm laughing at Krista's. Does he have fur-like hairs? Krista, if I ever know anyone that has fur-like hairs, I probably will be running away. Boombastic, how are you doing? It was Mr. Ropers and then Mr. Furley. Chris is younger than you, and I'm Vanessa. Three's Company was a... Yes, it was like a comedy type show. It was so fun to watch. Yeah, so we won't hear any more Mr. Furley stories. Today was the last mention of him. But remember they told Mr. Roper Jack was gay so he could stay with her. Not quite, Krista. He's not quite gone, but I won't have any more stories. I forgot about that particular episode. Chris says bye, Furley. Boombastic, I will email you, and I will text Krista the details. Excuse me. I just don't want to say what happened. I'm just glad I was prayed up. I'm so glad that I was. Krista, I can't wait to know now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it all happened first thing in the morning. It was crazy. I was like, I'm so glad it's Friday. And then that happened and I was like, oh my goodness. Still glad it was Friday though. Prayers are best weapon. Amen. Yes. So thankful. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, goodness. You know what? Never too old to experience something new. That's for sure. Timo says, so my day was good. We had corporate hour. In all honesty, I've never seen so much bottom kissing in my life. I sat back and I know they were like, man, this guy don't care who we are. I surely didn't. The enemy is working overtime today. My credentials are way, way too official. Yes, Krista, for our Proverbs Women's special Saturday. I'll see you then, Krista. Oh my goodness, Timo, was that the first time you had that experience, or when do you guys, how often do you guys do that? Oh, that was your first time there. So it sounds like it might be a quarterly thing. Because how long have you been there? Yeah, you've been there a few months now. Ubasa says, I don't do well with a kissers. I don't either. I don't either. That's when I have to pray for the right words, because I like to um, what does it want? I can be very confrontational with them, and I have to remind myself just to sit back. Yeah. Yeah, they're the ones who talk a lot, right? They're the big time talkers. And it's like, you keep talking, but you're not really doing anything. And yeah, they are very noticeable. T-Mail says, I was like, I'm Kobe. Y'all need it in my service. I'm not going to lunch. I told y'all I'm not an office booty. I'm going to do real. You're not going to lunch? Okay, speaking of that, where I worked at, when I used to work in my full-time job, I was a director. And so the directors would go out to lunch a lot. And I'm like, I got work to do. Like, I can't, I would turn down lunch most of the time. Every now and then I would go out. I was like, I guess those people don't have nothing to do. Boombastic says, I feel weird smoking in my vehicle during the day. Oh no, Boombastic. Yeah. I'm sorry, Dinesh. You get on my nerves. I don't need that. I need conversation, not emojis. Timo says, I promise to God, y'all, I was respectful, but God made me who I am. I fell way back. You know, I did what I did at my last job. Like, I know why I decided to, what is it called? Resign. I had several reasons. But one of the reasons that I did, it is too funny because this was after the fact. I read what my sign, my Sagittarius sign, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's exactly to the T one of the reasons why I left. Some people can't handle realness. And Timo says, Vanessa, I've been looking into starting my own company. Yes, you should do it. There was, I know a couple who came from California just to start a pest control business in this area. And they do pretty well. Okay, Timo has amazing credit and tons of his own customers. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, the family that I know, they just had, her husband, and he had his work truck. Then they expanded to, I don't know how many work trucks they have now. Mm-hmm. You should go for it. Like, now that you know that's something you would want to do, put down your own little business plan. Like, figure out where do you fall short so you can learn that before you make the move. Boombastic says, please get gloves for you and your people. Oh yeah, we ended yesterday with that story. Like I was literally imagining T-Mill at that elementary school screaming or yelling and running. Uh, money is soon important. God is important. Boombasca says we ended with Possum. Imagine him being king of the hill. Oh yeah, I was like, I'm interested in the possum because we don't have them here in Arizona. At least I don't think we do. And they look cute on TV shows. A mailman run from a dog. T-Mill, I wonder if that particular school had cameras, which I don't know if they would, and if they sent you the footage. That would have been hilarious. Uh, somebody said that the possum has red eyes. Is that true for all of them? I ran from a sheep at the zoo. Okay, one thing I like to look at, there is a few videos out there of people who have a goat and they're running from the goat. That is hilarious. I don't know if I've ever ran from an animal. I'm not afraid of animals. I think they're afraid of me though. People don't want to see the footage. Mm. Ow, that hurt, Bombastic. When she was running from the sheep, she hit her shins on a slide. Is that at the zoo or is it a different story? I'm just assuming here. Hello, Gabe. We need the footage. Bombastic, I don't think you heard the story, but when Timo first started coming onto my live streams, I want to say it was in maybe January or January-ish, February, somewhere around there. No, it could have been December. It was when I did not have my part-time job yet. I had no job. And so I would go live at 9:30 my time until like noon sometimes. Okay, so it was December. And he's So I didn't really know him, but I just knew he would show up, right? But the one thing I remember from T-Mill, he's like in the chat telling us, I I'm running from a coyote or I was chased by a coyote. And I'm like, I'm thinking he just wants attention, okay, with that comment. And then later I realized, oh, he's really an exterminator and that really happened. So I'm just imagining him running from this coyote. December 24th. Oh my goodness. Okay, Boombastic says, yes, it did, and it took off. Because, at first, I'm not sure who's staying. I'm not sure who people really are. But once you stay here longer and longer, then I'm like, oh, okay. You just build trust and all that. Hi, Mr. Maintenance Man. How are you? I think that's. Oh, I'm doing all right. It's Friday. I think that's when I had it was that time slot that I had more viewers. But I can't do that time slot anymore at 9:30 in the morning. I'm going to try, but I don't know. No, it's not Mr. Furley because Mr. Maintenance has his own channel and he has his own videos. Gabe says Vanessa, the maintenance man from work, found you. No, it's not him. Mr. Maintenance, remind me, what state do you live in? If he's still here. Because sometimes he just comes and says hello. I don't think he'll find me online. Oh, you were at the lake. I don't know. When I think about the lake, I think about a lot of like scary stories. I think of kidnappings. I think of, those kind of stories. T-Mail says soon. My time is up in Illinois. My sister said that's when you're going to find love. That's good. Okay, T-Mill, if you don't mind sharing, whatever happened with the person you were going to go on a date with? I know you said you canceled the date, but do you still talk to her? Is Casanova here? Because he always does the emojis. Let's see if he is here. Oh, you know what? I'm bad about taking off stickers, so I need to take the sticker off. I washed this already, but why I didn't take the sticker off, I don't know. I'm horrible about keeping them on. Yep, Casanova's here. I knew it. Gabe says, you will love Ontario, Canada, Vanessa. We got lots and lots of lakes here. Gabe. Casanova says just hanging out this Friday. All right. I do like lakes, but like I said, I just think about all the bad things. T-Mail says, well, ultimately everything happened because I'm here, like special ops, and I know that I'm eventually moving back to the Pacific Northwest. Show me being a real man of honor. I'm not going to waste her time, I think is what you're going to finish saying. Mubasa said, want to give her an anxiety attack. T-Mail says, a woman's time, y'all deal with too much. I honestly want to take Vanessa out. Oh my goodness, T-Mail. Yeah, it definitely is hard trying to find somebody. I will say that. When did I tell you guys that I started the dating app? I want to say it was February 1st. Or was it January? Yeah. Nobody has even captured my attention to go on a date. It's not going, Casanova. I look on it like at the end of the night. I will look on there and see, oh, did I have a match? Who is, who is showing up in the feed? I'm not having any luck yet. It's just not the right time. Gabe says at Bassett, I suspect she is just going to smile through the anxiety attack. Well, if I can't see the bottom of the water, I'm definitely not going in there. You know what I mean? Like the bottom. And to me, the lake would be dark. The beach seems to be a little more bright. And I can see the sand and stuff, but I can't see at the bottom of a lake. T-Mail remembers it was January. Casanova is probably trying to rush it. I'm not giving up hope, y'all. Who knows? Maybe the next maintenance man. I don't think I will be interviewing, though. I might be receiving the applications, but because he's still there, but I think they're giving him time to, they're giving him time. Casanova says, Boombastic says we don't have clear water in the USA. Well, when I go to the beach, I can always see, whenever it's just not, what is it called? I don't go deep into the beach. Just as long as I can, my feet are and knees are above water, I'm good. Casanova says, but there's nothing wrong with wanting to be in a relationship. Mubasa says, now we do have beautiful streams with clear, cold water. Oh, streams are nice. Yeah, I think a stream would be nice because they're very shallow, right? Just be kind and be pleasant to be around. Men are not as complicated as you think. T-Mill says, I imagine meeting Vanessa sometimes. I just want to come off the plane and wrap my shoulders around her and give her a huge hug and be like, everything's okay. And Mubasik says, the Gulf of Mexico, the Gulf of America don't have clear water. See, I've never been there. I don't think I have. Mm-mm. Now I wish I could look at my phone to look at the map, but I don't have. Oh goodness. I'm not even gonna tell you guys what I think. I don't think men are complicated at all. They just think very differently. Priority. I just haven't found the right guy. That's all there is to it. Somebody said they were going on a date. It was Mo Breeze. I wonder if he's on his date right now. I didn't ask. I don't think any of us asked when he was going. There was some, okay, Bombastic. He hardly comes on here, but his name is Felix. He was on here pretty regularly, but then he got himself a girlfriend. So he just checks in every now and then. He might just say hello. So it's so interesting, you know. Everybody goes through different phases and stages. Casanova says, good way of putting it, and Bombastic says they just need to change the name. It doesn't bother me at all, Bombastic. Like, I give it no thought. Gabe says, hold auditions. Sometimes I think about that, Gabe. Casanova says, well, hopefully he's enjoying himself if that's the case. Yes. Mubasa says, Bombastic, put the first initial or something, because I'm not sure. Who are you talking about? I'm like, who are you talking about, Willis? Oh, goodness. Casanova's doing the emojis. Oh, okay. That's who I thought you were talking about. I don't know. No sé. Timo says Vanessa deserves an amazing husband. She definitely has qualities that shows she would make. Yes. Yep. Casanova, do you understand? uh, you know what? Maybe my profile isn't exciting enough. But it's not even about my profile. It's that I'm not even finding any guys that I am quite interested in. Oh well. Oh my goodness, Bombastic. Just say it. You guys always tell me just say it. Bombastic, just say it. Oh, goodness. Casanova, you're not going out tonight? I remember one night, like when you first came on here, you were out. And then you had came home and got onto the live stream. You know who I haven't seen? It's been a few days, is Omar Plummer. I wonder how his hand is doing. T-Mail says, I'm not sure how long you will be live. I just got an alert that a hospital patient through ER came in with tech activity, so I gotta go. Oh, be careful out there, T-Mail. Yeah, no worries. Go do what you gotta do. Thanks for the correction, because I'm like, what is so important to go out to? But that makes sense. Casanova says, yeah, but I'm going to do anything you'd be on a Saturday. Friday is more chilling. Oh, you'd rather be here? Is that what you're saying, Casanova? Krista's back. Krista, let's see what happened. We were talking about dating. You remember Felix, right, Krista? I was sharing with everyone how he used to be on here pretty often, but now he's in a relationship, so he only shows up every now and then. And one of our other people who's on here often, he's probably on a date tonight, because that's what he told us. He had a date. Thank you, T-Mill. Have a blessed night as well. Gabe says, I'm definitely not going out tonight. I'm in my backyard shed doing an inventory of my tools and having a beer. You're doing an inventory at home? That sounds fun, Gabe. Casanova says she's a very busy one on a Friday. And Krista says, yes, of course, Felix was here when I first started. Oh, yeah, because you're always asking him about his kittens and chickens. Yeah, so it's just interesting, too, that everyone is going through different phases and stages of life. And it's so cool, you know, that we all are in this together. Trevor, what do you do here? Yep. Hang out with these good people. We talk about the Bible, Jesus, God, and life. Yep. Yes, everyone is in different seasons in life. That's the word I was looking for. Yep. Experiencing each other's seasons. Yeah, when you guys share, like, that is so cool to know what's going on in your life, on your side. I think that is so fun. Okay, you guys, the other night, my son, remember I told you I had to go dig in the trash when I left one of my live streams? There was no what my son said was in there was not in there. So I went to the trash and had to just put it all back. But anyways, he was kind of upset because I had thrown this trash. And every time he comes into the living area and I'm here watching TV, I mute the TV. Oh, Gabe's gonna build a fence. That makes sense that you would need to take an inventory. Okay, so my son's like, why do you always turn the TV off, mute it when I'm down here? And he was like mad, so he didn't wait for me to listen. Like he was saying that as he walked back upstairs to his room. So then the next day, as soon as he came down, I'm like, son, of course I muted the TV. I'm like, mute the TV, hoping you'll want to conversate with me. Sometimes he does talk, sometimes he doesn't say anything. And then he just started laughing. He's like, Mom, you know I talk when I want to talk. That's cool, Gabe, that you have a side business. Oh my gosh, but in the summer, what is the weather like where you're at? It has to be cool, I would imagine. But when my son said about me muting the TV, it reminded me of my dad. My dad would always mute the TV. And here I am muting the TV. Omar Z says, no, mute doesn't work. Hey, Omar, what's going on your end of the U.S.? Oh, Omar is moving. Oh, wow. Are you excited about it? Krista says, yeah, it's funny to see how we actually became eventually like one of our parents. Gabe says it's been warm the last 4 days. Finally. That's good that it's been warm. I guess warm enough to go out and work, but not hot. Oh my goodness, you guys. Let me tell you something that happened at work today. And I was like, I just made so much more work for myself. I noticed that Omar, do you know how to fix things like a clogged toilet? Do you know how to replace faucets? Do you know how to do some electrical work and stuff? Usually it's hot in June, but this year it's been very cool. Oh, really? Okay, so today the maintenance guy had the day off. It's burning hot and not even August. And he left some stuff out. So I went to go put it into the maintenance shop. Oh my goodness, you guys. When I opened the door, it was like a, kind of like a hoarder's place. Like there's barely enough room for me to open the door, and that was it. I was not too happy to see that. Kind of, Gabe. And so I couldn't put what I wanted to inside the maintenance shop. I probably could have, but I didn't want to get dirty. So I rolled it. Thankfully, it was like all on the what is that? The dolly. You guys know what a dolly is? Krista says, what would be a nice little gift for my friend tomorrow is just bringing flowers. Too lame. That should be fine, Krista. What is the season for you guys? Is it cold? Is it yeah, flowers is so nice. Omar Z says not really. Oh, okay. And then gave, oh, I already told him about that. So I closed the maintenance shop. Is a hand truck? Okay. I couldn't remember what they're called. Nobody else has a name for that? Bubasik knows a little landscaping, wiring, welding, but I don't like it because I can't see with the mask. Okay, so it's beginning of summer. Maybe, yeah, that should be fine. I'm not really good with little thoughtful gifts. I overthink. I way overthink things. I was like, maybe something she could use for the summer, but I don't know. Bombasi says cupcakes. All right, so then I had to wheel that, I'm going to say hand truck. Chris is always overthinking. So I had to wheel that hand truck to the office since I couldn't get it into the maintenance shop. Well, there was like the 5-gallon paint that was on it. And it had a few other things. So I'm taking it and I'm like almost to my office door when I realized paint was dripping. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, Vanessa, why couldn't you have noticed this sooner? So I go and find a cardboard paper box. And I make sure that as I wheel in the work truck, whatever we're calling it, dolly, into the office, that none of the paint falls on the floor. So I was successful at that. So then I was like, now I need to go. I don't want people walking this paint around everywhere. So at first, I go and get this ugly folding chair that I know we had. I put it out. I put a paper that says wet paint. And then I was like, maybe I can use painter's tape because I have that. And I blocked off a little area on my end and I put a sign that said wet paint. But I was like, no, they have to get into the laundry room like this paint. They're going to cross the paint to get into the laundry room. So then I go and get paper and lay the paper on this paint trail. And I'm like, no, Vanessa, there has to be a better way. So then what I ended up doing was putting the blue painter's tape on the floor covering the paint trail. Wait a minute, what is going on here? Something sweet to eat. Candle and flowers with lemonade. Omer says that's called breaking and entering. You could have went to jail. Going into the maintenance shop that I had a key for? No. I have every right to go in there. Okay, I guess Boo was here. Christian Yu says, God bless you. Hope you had a great day. It was interesting. Bombastic says, get them one of those board of cheese and ham. Oh, the what is it called? Charcuterie and public neglect. Gabe says they say want to win people over when giving gifts. Give them stuff they need, not what they want. Omar Z says, good job, not. Omar wants to put you. So that happened like pretty much first thing in the morning. I'm out there. I'm like, I hope nobody sees me doing all this stuff right now. And then I had to mentally remember before I leave, I need to go and pull up the tape, bring in that chair because the paint should be dried. Bombastic, you just bought my heart with that cheese and ham stuff, says Gabe. Chris says, I don't need to win them over. Just nice thing to bring when I visit them. My friend's husband is from Mexico. Oh, that's right. Yeah. The flowers should be fine. Bombastic says that Chris to bring tamale. Oh, goodness. Yeah, this little, Omar, what are you talking about? This girl, I don't know, she's about 9. She sees me doing all the work that I was doing out there. And she's like, "What? Why did you do that?" I said, "'Cause there's some wet paint." She didn't really know what I was doing. Chris says she don't know how to make tamales. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm trying to think still, Krista, for you to help. Make tacos. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, the piñata. That would be fun. And then I had to go up and down I had to post at everybody's door. So I was trying to get that done first thing in the morning before it got really warm. The person who was moving in they said they were going to show up right at 8 o'clock. I really wish they would have, because we ran into some problems and it took longer for her to be officially moved in. She didn't come in until about close to 10 o'clock. Omar, is that really true that you make the best tacos? Avocado piñata. Mustache. Do you guys remember that mustache trend? Have you ever seen it? Like, I mustache you a question. Bombastic says an avocado piñata and a taco piñata. Okay, I was trying to manifest my future husband, which I know I shouldn't have. But let me tell you guys what I did. Oh, really? Bombastic. So I have in my bathroom, I have the master bedroom, which has a nice bathroom. So it has 2 sinks. So I decorated one side of the sink for me. And it says, "Hello, gorgeous." I made a little sign myself. Then for my future husband's side, I put a sign that says, "Hello, handsome," with one of like those mustaches on there. And then finally I was like, no, this isn't right. So I took it down. Oh, that would be cute, Krista. Omar says, I busted a piñata. You don't want to know what was inside. His and hers. He says it's a bad idea. And Mubasi says yes to pick up the homies. Honeys. And Krista's laughing and saying that's cute. I was trying, Krista. That was a few years ago. And then finally I was like, no. That is not good for me to do a manifest. I just gotta wait for it to happen. I even split up my closet and had his side and then had my side. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Sometimes I can't believe I tell you guys these things. Gabe says, what if he only keeps the mustache on the month of November? Does that disqualify him from being husband material? He doesn't have to have a mustache, but it's just, I had seen that decor everywhere and I was like, I'm going to make my own little sign. And I had these like stickers that I bought for, I don't even know why I bought them, but I had them. Krista says, yes, we can get silly every now and then. We really want something. Oh, goodness. Okay, so Gabe, what is up with the month of November only? Since you brought it up. Krista says, Vanessa, what's the time there? Okay, it's 6 o'clock right now. My Bible study will be at 10 a.m. I figured that would be 8 o'clock your time. Hopefully that's not too late. So it'll be 10 a.m. tomorrow. For me, it'll be tomorrow. Right now it's 6 p.m. Oh my gosh, is this something that I don't know about again? Okay, I'm glad that works for you, Krista. I didn't know that. I never heard of that, Gabe. Is that what you were thinking, Boombastic? Oh, it's 6:16 also for Trevor. Omar says there was a song called November Rain by Guns N' Roses. Yes, there was. So, Trevor, what state are you in? Krista says, I need to go to sleep. It's 4 a.m. here. Oh, thanks, Krista, for hanging out. Yes. Have a good night, and I will see you later. Later your time, tomorrow my time. Gabe says, only for November you see way more mustaches. Well, now I'm going to have to pay attention to see if it's a thing here. Is somebody yelling outside? Yes, I'm gonna go see what's going on outside real quick. Okay. I'm back inside. I don't think anything's going on, but I had to go and check it out. I'm back, you guys. Do I have a piñata outside? No. Nope. My son's birthday is coming up. Should I get him a piñata? I wanted to ask him if he at least will want a birthday dinner with cake. Because he always gets so upset when I do have a dinner. Gabe says, when is his birthday? It's this month. That's all I'll say. It's this month. And he always gets upset when I do a dinner. He's like, you don't want to do what I really want to do. I'm like, kid, what do you want to do? So even if he doesn't want, oh, yours is June 26th. Him and my brother are both June birthdays. Even if he doesn't want a dinner or anything, I'm getting the cake, y'all. The buttercream cake. That is my favorite. When was the last time I had that cake, y'all? It was for Mother's Day. Yep. I'm not sure what he wants to do. He never tells me, Bombastic. He's like, you won't do what I want to do. So. Yes. He's always pretty much the youngest kid in his class because his birthday isn't until summertime. You know what is so cool? His birthday. So when I had my son, my cousin was also pregnant. She had her daughter in another, like, we were like 2 hours apart from each other. She had her daughter in the morning. I had my son in the evening. They were not, like, my son came early. So that was a total surprise. So I always say that's his twin. But he also has a friend that actually just moved into our neighborhood. They have the same birthday as well. So that's his other twin. Omar says, just give him a jar of peanut butter. No, Omar, I'm not cheap like that. I am not cheap. When it comes to gifting my son things, I I tend to go a little bit overboard, but he's my only baby. Really bombastic. That is interesting. See if he and his bros want to go play paintball. Yeah, sometimes he's mentioned Top Golf, but I'm not crazy over that. I have this fear that it just scares me to go to the Top Golf. I'll see if he wants to do that paintball. Yeah. I think I want him to do something with his friends, but still have dinner with family. Just, it's nothing ever big. It's just my immediate family. And we usually just have it here at my house because it's that small. Oh, you don't know what Top Golf is? I think he's mentioned Top Golf before, but I don't know exactly. So Top Golf is a several story level building. There is different holes for golfing, and every story has like a little section that it's kind of like a bowling alley. Do you know what a bowling alley is? But it's for golfing. But you're on different levels and you're all shooting at the same holes. That's why I feel like it's so dangerous, because you're up high. There is a net that's supposed to, like, I don't know. There's a net to kind of help protect, but I have this fear of over swinging and falling off. After I said that, I'm just laughing at myself. NWA? I'm not sure. Omar, I'm not sure that I remember them. So yeah, you pay for like by the hour to do this golfing. He's gone with his friends, like without me. But yeah, I still just have this little fear. Because I've done the Top Golf, and I just get scared myself. Bombastic. I would imagine you guys are laughing at me. But yeah, sometimes I wonder, like, what are they doing? Are they like actually looking at me, or are they looking at the words? The comments. Gabe says, remember, he's a boy. We love doing stuff. Oh, you know what he told me he wants? He wants, what does he want? He says he wants a lot of stuff, of course. He always gives me this expensive list of things. Things for his car is popular right now. Boomboxy says both. So you're looking at me and you're looking at the comments. Bombastic is getting flashbacks of what? Omar Z says they got mad and wrote a song called If. Oh my goodness. That's why I don't know about them, Omar, because I don't support that. Gabe says, but he definitely ain't gonna swing a ball. Or, no, because... So these are things that I have taken my son to do, whether it's just me and him or he brings friends or whatever. We've done... What is it called? We've gone to the batting cages where there's a machine that pitches the baseball and you can hit. We've done the Top Golf. We've gone to like Arcadia type places where there's bowling, there's games. He's done the laser tag. I don't know if he's ever done paintball. So yeah, I'll have to see. Boombastic says, so let her know. Yeah. I know, he's a boy. But sometimes I'm like, son, why did you not think of this or think of that? Like, have a little more sense. I know I can't be watching him all the time. Okay, you guys, I'll tell you what I did buy so far. It already arrived. I have to assemble it. I got him a tool chest because he likes working on his car. And he has purchased little tools here and there. So I need to assemble his tool chest for him. I usually get him a pair of Jordans at his birthday time, but I'm not going to do that this year. Yeah, he needs to be responsible. And soon he's going to leave to visit his dad for the summer. And I'm usually very bummed out when he goes for the summer. I don't even know the dates. His dad hasn't contacted me. My son just told me the date he's leaving. He hasn't told me the date he's coming back. Dan the Fix-It Man. Who is that, Omar? But one thing I do know, I'll probably have to see his dad this summer. No, he only goes no more than 3 weeks. But he told me he's flying to his dad. And then I think they're driving back and going to be staying here in Arizona. So I don't know. Gabe says, it does not go away. Boys love boy stuff. Even as a 42-year-old man with my own house, my mama checked me for taking free flying lessons. Oh, too funny. Yeah, so when he told me that, I'm like, oh goodness, I'm gonna have to see his dad in person. That's never fun. It's been 30 years? Are you serious, Omar? Bombastic said, that's something I want to try, but I'm scared. So to become a pilot? Omar, so is your mom and dad divorced or they, because you've mentioned your mom before that you've seen her. Oh, and then Father's Day is right around the corner. Oh, goodness. I need to figure out what's going on for Father's Day. Bubasik, you're asking me. Um, oh, when you were 5, Omar. Okay, I will say this. I don't like bony, skinny men. I'll say that much. Um, it's a plus if they're muscular. They don't have to have a six pack, but be strong. Um, it just all depends because sometimes a guy who's kind of fat can be attractive to me. It just all depends. But one thing for sure is no skinny bony guy. That is too funny. I don't think anyone has ever asked. I get asked other questions like what kind of guy, but I've never been asked that. Orion's belt. What is the Orion belt? Like a love handle? I don't know what that is. Oh, Omar, so that is crazy that you haven't seen your dad in 30 years. And Omar says, wow. Oh, goodness. The Orion's belt is sexy. What is procrastination, Omar? Is that the word you meant to type? Bubasi says, and I'm not talking about no fat person's belt either. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Okay, Omar did want to type that. Procrastination. That you have not seen your dad, that's why? Because of procrastination? Okay, so no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Omar says he would say next year, next summer, next winter. Aw. Nope, I have no words. No words. That is so sad, Omar. You know, even though my son's father is not the best, let me tell you, um, I never have kept my son from him. He's not the best dad, but he's an okay dad. Mm-hmm. It's life. Yep. Gabe says, will you ask Mr. Wright out if you saw him while going about your normal day? I think about that, Gabe, because I would. I don't know if I would ask him out, but I would start a conversation. Yeah, I would definitely have a conversation of some sort, but I don't think if I would be bold enough to ask him out. Because after the conversation, maybe he would feel led to ask me out. Boombastic says, Omar, my dad wanted a skinny daughter, and he got me. Gabe says, you're on the right path. Oh yeah, I definitely will talk. I don't know if my dad he's never said anything about my weight, but I didn't gain weight until I was older. Omar says, I'm getting on the next bus to Arizona. We will go to Chuck E. Cheese. Is that what you're saying? Oh no, Omar. He said he's getting on the bus. We don't have a bus stop here, Omar. At least I don't think there is. Mufasa said WTH is Chuck Chi Chi. Oh, goodness. Oh, Gabe has been heavier until he was 33. Yeah, if he's talking about Chuck E. Cheese, that is, yeah, a pizza place for kids. Omar says he was fat when he was a kid, but I realized it was because I was depressed. Aw. Plastic had baby fat when she was younger. Hey, Genesis, I have not seen you in a long time. How are you? Yes, Genesis, we're sharing stories here. Boombastic with the red flag. Oh no, Omar. So I take it you don't have a Chuck E. Cheese where you're at. Genesis says she's also a nice 20 overweight. And Gabe says, I ride the bicycle an hour a day. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, bike rides are fun. Hey, Big Don, how are you? Bombastic. She says now she's a tall glass of milk. Oh, I'm glad you're doing good, Big Don. Omar says, is a man or a woman? Who? Jen says, yes, I've watched your videos. I watch it live on my TV sometimes, but I've been so busy working and researching, no time. Oh, thank you for watching the videos. Yes, I'm doing good. How are you? Oh, I already asked you that, didn't I? Gabe says I bring water and his vape. Oh my goodness. Bombastic says, Omar, take her to Dave and Buster's. And Genesis says, I always gain weight in the winter. Oh, you think I'm glowing? Well, it's summertime. Yeah, my face gets a little more oily when it's summertime. Genesis says she's good. The heat is here now, and I know that what you go through down there. You look happy and peaceful. Oh, thank you. Omar says Dave and Buster's charges 30% gratitude. Okay, Dave and Buster's would be a cool date to go to. I've never gone on a date there, but at nighttime, I know they have music and dancing on the top. At least at Dave and Buster's where I'm at, they have like the roof where it's for adults only. Omar Zaman, why are you taking the bus and not your private jet? Genesis is catching up to the comments. Dave and Buster's is fun. Yeah, I've been there with my child. It is fun. But never like adult, with just an adult. Oh my goodness. Boombastic will take me. Oh, but one thing they do at this particular mall, also where the Dave and Buster's entrance is, they have every Friday and Saturday, they have like live music and people can dance if they want. Maybe I need to go over there. I mean, it's kind of far from me though. I've been there a few times and it's fun just to sit there and watch everybody else have fun. When I'm by myself. No, I used to take my son and his friend or friends and they'd walk around and I'd just sit there and wait. Omar's getting the helicopter. Do I play pool? I've tried. I'm not good at it, but yeah, I have tried. It's usually a disaster when I play. Boombastic, I think you and Genesis would get along good. She is very into the word herself. Um, and Boombastic, I'm just gonna say it, is a woman. Omar says, I wish I could dance. Oh no! See, dancing is a must for me. Omar says he can hardly walk. Yes, one of my viewers, he works at a billiards place. When he said that, I was like, what is that? So then I put the two. It's a pool hall or whatever. I need someone that can walk, and I definitely want someone that can dance. Who is outside? How long have I been live? Okay. Genesis, she says she loves the word. No more getting on here at 2. And Gabe says, take us outside with you this time. No, I don't want you guys to like see my neighborhood. There's some things I keep private. Omar says, well, we can still be friends. I will help you decorate your Christmas tree. Omar, you like to decorate a Christmas tree, huh? Oh, that's cool. Omar, what's wrong? Remember the other day you said your foot was hurting. Is your foot okay, Omar? Bombastic is already diagnosing him. Omar says no. Genesis says, Omar, is it okay if you need prayer to let us know we're here? When Omar Zaman first started coming on to my live streams, he needs a prayer for his foot. Okay. Bombastic is flying a kite right now. Okay, Genesis wants to know if Gabe is short for Gabriel. Bombastic, How are you flying a kite when it's nighttime? Oh, you know what? When I was doing apartment living years ago, there was a park where it was so fun to fly kites and do so many things. There was a man-made lake. People would fish there. It was so fun. Wait a minute. I think I know what you're saying, Boombastic. What happened to my finger? Okay, that is really weird. I don't know if I've got some. Maybe that's the paint from this morning. Genesis says, Father God, we pray for Omar. May his foot be healed so that he may carry on his daily duties and overcome. In Jesus' name, we pray that Omar finds healing and recovery back to his state of health. Amen. And Genesis says, Omar, believe you will be healed, and you will. It will take time, but it will happen. God bless you. Oh, that is so nice of you, Genesis. I don't think my finger is hurt. It just looks funny. Can you see there's like a color there? I don't know where that came from. I did buy fishing. I have fishing poles for my son and I, and we have ourselves a little bait box or tackle box, whatever you call it. But I'm not really a fan of fishing. Prayer is always welcome, Genesis. Just in general, I do appreciate it. Oh, Genesis, no, you don't need to redeem yourself. I understand people have things going on. You know, you guys have your own lives. We were just saying how we're all in different seasons. Omar says, don't play too much guitar. And Gabe says, I forgot. I'm 3 hours ahead and must be nice. Oh, Genesis, you're in Canada, aren't you? That's where Gabe is at too. If I remember right. So it's 6:56 for my time. Do you remember me? No, I don't, T-Rex. I don't think I do. So I still have like plenty of sunlight. Yep, different time zones, different seasons, but also like just in life. People might be going through a busy, just busy time. I don't know what T-Rex just put something about Omar. You remember Genesis? I don't remember T-Rex. There are some people I just don't forget. Like Genesis, she hasn't been here in a while, but I remember her. And then there's other people that, if you haven't been here in a while, I kind of forget. Genesis was thinking about small T-Rex arms. Oh yes, Astro, he has enough subscribers and he probably is doing his own live right now. Ever since he had enough subscribers to go live, he barely comes here anymore. Lady Sky. Yeah, she pops in daily. She hasn't she was here earlier. Yeah, she was. Omar is saying that Canada has polar bears. They're cute, but don't touch them. Okay, is that true? Genesis and Gabe, do you guys have a lot of polar bears? Gabe says he's never seen one. Hey, Gia. Genesis says, Lady Sky, yes, you got a good crowd. Boombastic and Krista and Omar are frequent too. Yep. Boombastic says there's a big polar bear that's running from Kuwait and landed in Canada. Gia, how are you? Oh, they're in the... Gabe says he's seen a black bear. Oh, goodness. Omar, where did you get your information from? Genesis says we do have a lot of bears in BC, lots of moose. It's beautiful. Oh. T-Rex, tell me something that I would remember you. Like, what is something you shared? Tell me something about yourself. Boombastic says we have bears, monkey, bobcats, and other things here. Really? We have rattlesnakes. Roadrunners, rattlesnakes. Genesis, Kuwait is too hot. He was running from the heat. Homer said he got his info from the encyclopedia. Genesis monkey. Oh, wow. I love monkeys and bobcats. Oh, my goodness. Boombastic says it's a person. The Kuwait Authority is looking for them. Oh, you also have coyotes. I think coyotes are here too, but I rarely see them. I don't think I've ever seen one, to be honest. I'm saying rarely. I don't think I've ever seen one. I would love to own an encyclopedia set. I really would. It would be nice to have like as part of my library collection. Genesis says my husband has a special name for people from Kuwait, but I can't say it online. Gabe says I'm in the GTA, and T-Rex says he has baby raccoons. Who can got them? I still don't remember you, T-Rex. Genesis says he got the special name from South Park when they had that episode of them with the head in the sand. You burnt your encyclopedia set. Oh no, Boombastic. Okay, I think T-Rex is being a troll, to be honest. Omar Z says Michael Jackson had a pet monkey. Had a pet monkey. I can't even finish reading it. That was the real reason. Oh my goodness, Omar. Genesis says, Gabe Soul, what's GTA? I couldn't help it, Boombastic. Okay, when I was younger, my aunt, that was my babysitter, she had an encyclopedia set. I can't remember, she said that one of her kids won the encyclopedia set. And so when I would do like my little research papers, I would use her I would use her encyclopedia. I need to ask her if she still has that. Gabe wants to know, why did you burn them? Genesis believes T-Rex is real, not trolling. Bubastic says Gabe is toxic people, and then Omar says encyclopedia, yes, cost thousands now, maybe $5. Yeah. Yeah, I need to go and ask my aunt for the encyclopedia set. I'll be like, were you planning on giving that to anybody? The whole set, Boombastic? You know what? I'll have to go look. That'll give me a reason to go out to a Goodwill. Thank you for sharing that, Boombastic. I wonder if my son knows what encyclopedias are. Omer says people used to show up at your door trying to see it. Genesis says, T-Rex, she said you were trolling because you said you're the only dinosaur alive. Well, actually, did you know birds descended from dinosaurs? Dinodors, theropods. Dinosaurs, theropods. When I think about dinosaurs, I'm thinking about... Okay, Omar is correcting himself. He's saying that people used to show up at the door trying to sell the encyclopedias. And when I think about dinosaurs, I'm thinking about lizards. Bubasik says, when I go to Goodwill, I go to the books, to the electronics, and the jewelry. And then I go sit in my truck and wait for my people. So you just go books, electronics, and jewelry. T-Rex, where are you from? Like, what country are you from? Omar, do you know T-Rex? Gabe says both my nephews, 12 and 13, for the life of them, could not guess what an old pager from the 90s was. I kept my pager. I still have my pager. It's red. It'd be funny if it worked. If I could get it, what is it called? Connect it. I remember I got one for me and my younger brother. And I would pay the bill so he had his pager. When I was, I think, 16, I got it. Oh, Bombasi still has them. Yes, T-Rex, where are you from? Gabe says your son knows what a pager is. I think he does. I still have mine, and I don't know if I've ever showed him. Maybe I should gift it to him as a little joke for his birthday. That would be funny, right? Maybe he'll think it's like this new technology when it's an old one. I think I'm gonna do that. Oh my gosh, Omar. He's talking. Yes, I am. I'm gonna do it. I am going to do it. A baby. What is that, Boobastic? A baby something. It's a pager? Where is mine? I know I have it like in a safe place. I need to go dig it out. It is in my closet. It's just in a safe spot. You know, just where I keep all my little like memorabilia stuff. It's in there. I know it is. I'm going to go and tonight I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to wrap it up. Oh, okay. T-Rex is Haitian Italian. Wait a minute, Boombastic. She's saying in an Auburn box? No. Omar says, well, if you do it, make up a fake user manual. Omar, that's a lot of work. That is a lot of work. Well, you know what? I could. That's a good idea. I will start working on that tonight too. I'll be like, this is your you can only, I'll tell them it's a what do you call it? Like a tracker system. It's for me to get a hold of him, and I'm the only person who can. What is the word that I'm trying to think of? Kind of like an AirTag. 3,000 all machine. AI. AI machine. You're always talking about artificial intelligence, Omar. Okay, now that you said you're a girl, T-Rex, maybe I'm starting to remember. Okay, you can speak French. Yeah, now it's coming back to me. Okay, I kind of want cake with buttercream frosting since I started talking about it earlier. Why did I just do this to myself? We do have we do have stores that just sell like cake by the slice. Oh, I'm thinking about it, Gabe. It's Friday night. Like, there's a reason to celebrate because it's Friday. You know what? I'm gonna search that up too, and maybe just get 1 month of service. Actually, they probably have service for a whole year on the pager if it still works. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting me some cake right now, y'all. Because this morning, I didn't give you guys the details. It's Casanova back. It was pretty stressful this morning. I think I deserve some cake. Omar says, it's funny how things work out, though. If you look at magazines from the 60s and 70s, they thought people would have flying cars in 2000. Boombastic says, yeah. But a slice only, I want the whole cake. Okay, let me see. You know, like a serving plate, not the salad plate, but the bigger plate. They do sell little single layer round cakes like that size. It comes out more affordable to buy that than to buy by the slice. But I don't know if I want to buy a whole cake. T-Rex says, today this is the birthday of my sister. Oh, that's cool. Happy birthday to your sister. When people were talking about Y2K, when everything was going to Fritz, was going to go crazy. Oh, no. Mine is white cake or marble cake with white buttercream frosting. Yeah, I'm not big on chocolate cake either. or chocolate frosting. Oh, you like homemade cake? You know, I will make a homemade cake, but I have not been able to perfect it to be like a bakery cake. Although someone had a recipe that I want to try. Oh, I need to tell my son something, y'all. He finally got his customized license plate for his truck that I paid for. So that's kind of his, I'm gonna say this is part of your birthday gift too. The UFO cult. Oh my goodness, what? Oh, was that part of Y2K or something? It didn't happen. Unless you're still on the Matrix. You know what? Since you said that, T-Rex, the best like store-bought cake and frosting, it has to be the frosting that has the sprinkles inside of it. Like they're already in the frosting. Do you know what I'm talking about? Anybody? That's like the best store-bought frosting. Gabe is... I don't remember that myself, the UFO thing. Heaven's Gate was the name of the cult. Oh, that kind of sounds familiar. What is today's date? June the 6th. It would be cheaper to make my own cake. But like I said, I think I would only want it if it has the little sprinkles in it. If I make it on my own. Although I do have, you know who Dolly Parton is? Apparently she has a cake and frosting line. Or it's like a collab. So I do have one of her frostings, and it is supposed to be buttercream flavor. Gabe says, funny, I watched Matrix on VHS on New Year's Eve at my cousin's, and then the year 2000 rolled in and nothing happened. Oh yeah, I remember that. It was something else. Something else. I was just out of high school and in college at that time. Chocolate ecology is good. Chocolate? Wait a minute. Gabe says, Basic, of course I do remember that. I was a teenager in the 90s. And Mubasic says, I saw that at Walmart. Yes, it's at Walmart. So I did buy the buttercream frosting. It is nice to talk to people in your age range because you remember things like that. As when you talk to people who might be younger, a decade younger, even a decade older, sometimes it's like hard to relate. T-Rex says, I know I'm weird, but the best cakes are always the only ones that get smashed. Oh no. I do not smash cakes around here. Omar Z says, wait a minute. Now I have to rethink that. Omar says everybody had so much canned food they was scared all that food went to waste. Jenna said she had to go make her husband lemonade. He saw me drinking mine and asked, "What is that?" Oh, that's sweet of you to make him lemonade. So you did like freshly squeezed lemonade? That reminds me, I need to start buying lemons to make lemonade. My son does like homemade lemonade. Definitely children do not, I can't get along with children most of the time either. Because they're on a whole different, you know, it's just very hard to relate. I have a few who I think are pretty mature. But sometimes I got to be like, listen, remember, we are adults here. You're a kid. My son's birthday is this month. Yeah. Boombastic had a lemonade. Okay, Boombastic, you know my bubbly, carbonated, flavored water? I was adding lemonade. And then when I added the whole thing, it was too sweet. So I only add half of the flavored lemonade packet. It was pretty good, but I will not buy bubbly again. It was a one-time experience. I just needed to know, what was this all about? I'm not getting that anymore. Genesis, Jesus loves children. They are innocent before the world corrupts them. We're talking about kids who are like 12 to 17-ish. They're not quite mature enough to be in an adult live stream. And Genesis, lemonade is so refreshing and I love tacos. It's one of our favorite foods once a week. Oh, how cool. Mubasik says, Genesis, I'm not a babysitter. Oh, goodness. Omar Z says, nothing wrong with that, but why does everyone call each other bro? See, I can't deal with that language either. If you're gonna come like that in the comments, hey bro, you're just automatically timed out. Because I can't do it. I cannot do it, y'all. I think I'm gonna end my live here, y'all. I know it's so good. It's, you guys are all here chatting away, but I have been here for a while. I do want to spend time with my child. Not on the bro level, no. Genesis Bombastic, children keep us young at heart. We must be like children. Oh goodness. Yeah, this was fun. It was good to see Genesis. I hadn't seen her in quite a while. I was actually thinking about you just the other day, Genesis. Oh, Omar. You guys, I will be here tomorrow. I'll try to do the same time, like a little bit earlier, since time zones are so different. Definitely tomorrow I'm doing my women's prayer study future husband group. It'll be in the morning. Genesis gets stuck with the kids. Oh goodness. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I think you're gonna be a great mom, Genesis. If the kids that aren't yours are following you around, you're gonna be a great mom. Yep, Gabe, this is for women only tomorrow morning. All right, see y'all. I send y'all peace and love, but know that Jesus Christ loves you the most. Talk to you guys later.